How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are taking on the new androids mission against the Red Zone Cell Max. This is one of the new missions added to those the extra missions, right, that they added for part 2 of this campaign leading into the Global Dokkan campaign. So we are going to take it down using the Android 16. This is probably the best setup you can run if you're going to try to no item this is with the Android 16. And it does take a little bit of timing in that you want to make sure that you have Android 16's active skill prepared for that second phase, as well as obviously, right, utilizing like the tech androids, their active skill to delay a turn. Now the trick is going to be relying on the gamma setup of the AGL Gohan and the SCR Gamma 1 and Piccolo to make sure you get yourself into a good enough position to be able to take him down. It'll be a little bit tricky, I think, but we'll see if we can actually pull it off. Because, I mean, the Gohan side of this, of the Gamma 1 and Gohan, they work if you're running the Beast Gohan setup. But I think for this setup, it's kind of better for us to rely on the Gammas. So that's what we're going to do here. So since we have Gohan coming in on this other rotation here, I think I want to float the androids. Yeah, I think that'll set us up on a good position here if we float the androids. So let's go ahead and grab that. And let's, ooh, nice. We got a little bit of 7 orbs for them there. Right. So their active skill, giving us that Ghost Usher turn, really gonna be helpful in that next phase. And actually, right, if we can set it up correctly, Android 16 can actually tank Cellmax's super on the on his active skill turn. So that'll be really helpful if we can actually manage to pull that off. All right, so we got Android 16 here. He's going to get his. Keeping his unit super up is also incredibly important, I feel, because remember that unit super that he gets with Android 17 or 18 can increase defense for all of your allies. So maintaining both of those is also going to be incredibly helpful, because remember, with that domain up, Cellmax's super is over like 17 mil. Like, it's kind of crazy. So you do want to make sure that you keep those up. It's mostly important for 16 himself. I think everybody else can kind of, you know, has ways to mitigate it, but it's mostly for 16 himself by keeping both of those active. AGL Gamma 2 here is actually incredibly important to this. Remember, the second phase can be attack lowered, so allowing him to have a turn where he can just go wild with the attack lowering is going to be really helpful, because it not only is going to drop his attack low enough for us to survive the super, right, it's just going to make it easier to kill him. Alrighty, so here we go. We get the I'm not liking the amount of damage we're doing here, but then again, it's mostly because, I mean, we got a really bad turn set up here, especially with our only 2 superhero units essentially being the, well, 3 superhero units, right? All of them being on separate rotations really makes things very difficult here. So we're gonna go ahead, yeah, all right, we'll do that. We'll drop 17 in, yeah, I guess we'll just keep him in slot 2 here. I mean, I kind of like not. I'm not sure that I'm feeling having one Gohan, one rotation without the unit super, but I think we got to get the Gamma over there, because I think we got to set up the triple superhero turn if we're going to make sure we kill him in a safe manner. All right. So, let's see here. Okay, good. So not doing a whole lot of damage just yet with 16, but then again, that's kind of how he works, right? No damage until that active skill turn. Alrighty. Excellent. Okay. There we go. All right, nice. 17 actually tanks the normals. That's pretty awesome. All right, and then now we'll get some attack boosting him. It actually, these guys showing up in slot 7 is actually probably one of the worst things that could have happened. Because with them showing up slot 7, right, they're not going to get as much attack build as they could. And, they can be one of the more offensive units we have here. All right, so we're going to keep Gohan in slot 1. Well, no, we shouldn't be worried about this. Maybe the normals before the super hits, but that super shouldn't be an issue for him, because it is a physical super, which means Gohan, oh no, okay, we're good. Yeah, and then Gohan should be able to tank this, get that 90% damage reduction. There we go. So we're good here, actually. Alright, so 20 mil on Gohan. Excellent. One more. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. And then now... Oof. Okay. Okay. We got 1 bar of health. I think between Gamma 2 and 16, we should be able to handle this, hopefully. And... Okay. Okay, we need supers, not normals, and we need crits. So I don't like the idea of coming into, well, I mean, I guess it's, no, because I want to have the turn set up. So yeah, actually this, we do need to make sure we kill here. Right, because then next turn we get a free turn with the droids, which means we get a free setup for 16 without having to worry about any supers. So actually, you know what? No, this works. Excellent. One more. There we go. Okay, so we do actually kill here. Perfect. Alrighty, so down we go here. And let's see. Alright, so we're into the final phase. Again, remember, he's got that domain up. We have no way to get rid of it, so we just gotta deal with it. But I think we'll be alright here. So I'm gonna float this 16, so... Actually, you know what? Since I'm floating him, I should have just tossed him in slot 3, actually, for the extra damage. I was thinking, because then we gain his benefit of being in slot 1, but... too late now. Okay, let's pop that. Alright, so we'll let the droids attack first. And then we'll follow up with 17, and then we'll float 16. Yeah, we should have dropped. We should have just had him do the active skill in slot 3, since we're not doing any... I mean, since we're using the android's active skill and we don't have to worry about needing the extra defense, we should have just did that. Oh well. Too late now. Alright, so not a whole lot of damage, but I mean 16 is going to be the primary damage dealer for the androids. Of course, we do have the superhero units to help us out and to deal the bulk of the damage on the next rotation, though. And there we go, 60 million. Oh yeah, if we had just dropped them in slot 3 for that active skill, that would have been nice. Excellent. There we go. Okay, so, I mean, we done about a quarter of his health here. But now we're going to have to rely on our superhero units to do the rest of it. So we're actually going to use the Piccolo active skill here, right? Give us that in-turn boost for these guys. And then we're going to swap back to Gamma 1. So here's the thing. We're going to do this, and we're going to bank on an 80% dodge here with the Gamma 1. We're actually going to put the AGL Gamma 2 here in slot 2. Let him get the attacks off first, and we're going to take the attack and defense boost on our Gohan and Gamma 1, and then let them go and attack here. So since we did grab the Rainbow Orbs too, with our AGL Gohan and Gamma 1, we do get the additional the additional support. And we did manage to get the dodge here, so very nice. But as you can see, we're still not really doing a whole lot of damage with them, simply due to the... Okay, we do dodge the super. Excellent. Now, remember, he does guaranteed super every single slot. 3 supers we got to mitigate here. But now we've got Gamma 2 attacking here, who can attack lower. So that's going to help us out a lot, at least with our survivability for the supers here. Of course, I mean, Gamma 2, we'd prefer if he just dodged it, because I don't think he can actually live the super, so we do need him to dodge the super, the same way we needed the STR1 to dodge as well. So as long as he gets hit the dodge, I think he's got a 50% chance to dodge. So as long as we get that, we're good here. But the attack lowering, the reason the attack lowering is important is it's going to help both 16 and Gamma 1 and Gohan survive here. We do get the dodge there, and we do tank the normals. Nice. All right, and here we go, 150 mil. Yeah, so you see why we went for the attack bonus on him, so he can actually deal damage there. Beautiful. Okay, look at that. We are oh man, that normal hurt us. Okay, can we live? We do. Excellent. So you see how important that attack lowering is. If we hadn't gotten that, he would have died here. So very, very helpful. All right. Thankfully, we still have one more 16 up our sleeves here, and I think we can actually do this. So like I said, I do know that on his active skill turn, 16 can live this, especially after the attack lowering. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 16 in slot 1. And then who do we want slot 2? Oh, we only get 2 there. Okay, we're going to risk it. We're going to run 17 in slot 2, pray for the dodge. Or, I mean, honestly, we just pray for 16 to kill here. But there we go, 50 mil. All right, let's get some crits here. Excellent. There we go. One more. Oh no, it's a normal. Oh, okay, well, action break was the super, so we don't have to deal with that, actually. And oh, actually, could 17 kill here with that little bit help? Maybe he could. And he does. All right, I finally get to use 17. I finally pulled him, and I get to use him, and he gets the killing blow. How awesome. Alrighty, so there you have it, folks. There is the new androids mission for the extra missions, the inevitable showdown missions for the Red Zone Cell Max. This is probably the hardest mission. You notice I did not go for the rainbow mission for this one. Definitely recommend using another team to try the rainbow mission because it is difficult. There's not really a good androids you can use here, so this is kind of the best option, unless you want to rely on a hidden potential dodge on the Zero and 19, which do not recommend. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below let us know what team did you run to beat the androids mission. Like I said, this one is mostly about timing, ensuring you get that free space with the tech androids on the first appearance of Cell Max, and timing your superhero rotation with the Gamma 1 and Gohan. So this is the setup I ran. Hopefully it helps you guys out. We try not to use any new units, not that there are any new android units aside from 21, but I think this setup works a little bit better. So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.